Do you see what happened to Anthony Jeselnik?
No, I didn't.
They're attacking Anthony Jeselnik. They're attacking a bunch of people for tweet jokes after James Gunn got fired. Do you know who James Gunn is? He's the guy who is the director of Guardians of the Galaxies.
Okay, yeah.
He had some really questionable tweets that were jokes. They're just, he wrote some jokey joke things, but it's like about pedophilia, like a lot of them.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, yeah.
Like a lot of them.
Yeah, I did see. There was like a huge screen of them cut and copied and pasted. Yeah, yeah.
They're fucking terrible.
Yeah.
The problem is they're not funny.
Yeah.
And they're jokes and they're really gross. But should he be fired for that? No, he's just a shitty joke teller. If you find out he's actually a pedophile, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But it's Disney in today's climate. So then they find that Anthony Jeselnik, the stand-up comedian, has a bunch of also offensive jokes, and some of them about pedophiles. And so they go and try to attack him, and Anthony Jeselnik writes, looking through my Twitter timeline, something along...
It's like a needle in a needle.
Yeah, he said looking is like looking for a needle in a needle store on Customer Appreciation Day.
Yeah, yeah. It's so true.
It's true. Well, his whole fucking thing is his character. Like Anthony Jeselnik in particular, I'm friends with him. His whole thing is being ruthless and super offensive. Like he had a show called The Jeselnik Offensive. I mean, that's what he does. He said, I mean, his character is, he's an awful person. That's the character. And so they just gave up.
It's totally lost on people now, right? You just can't say things, period.
Well, they're looking for people to back down, and they're looking for people to get scared. And I mean, it's fun. It's fun to find a target and find let's get him fired, get her fired, take her off that movie. It's fun for them because as a hashtag air quotes activist, what they're doing is they're just attacking, and there's probably some good out of it. But look, there's got to be some good, for sure, out of real monsters getting arrested, right? There's some good out of like the Harvey Weinsteins and the Bill Cosbys of the world getting arrested and getting busted and shutting down. And we would hope that other monsters in waiting would not act out on their instincts because of the fact they're worried about the repercussions that you're clearly seeing. And that we would hope that people that our behavior as a culture shifts one way or another, and then it's going to move as far away from misogyny as possible. And whether it's through the threat of incarceration or shame or whatever it is that causes it to go the other way, it's probably for the best. As long as it doesn't go as far as all men are pigs, all men are creeps, all men are trash, and that's what we were talking about earlier. Like when it gets to that place, you got to go, well, this is not a good place to be.
Well, also if there is an allegation that's taken at face value right away, because we do see, unfortunately, that some of these allegations are false.
Well, it has to be. This whole idea of believe women. Well, okay, but does that mean don't believe men? Because some women lie and some men lie. So what about individuals? What about human beings? And so if we're going to, I mean, it's what we were talking about earlier, like white power, or black power, brown power. Well, it's fucking human beings. And as soon as we stop looking at human beings as individuals and we just agree that one group is good and one group is bad, you've got some real discrimination problems there.
Yeah. Well, you can't win in that way either, because you can't look, whether you side with believe all victims or I believe women or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a hashtag.
Believe women,
I believe survivors or something like that.
Right.
And then, or if you say you want due process and women lie and, that side of the equation, I think both sides are equally bad because you're not getting at the truth.